Love is a burning flame that burns away all of the world around it and salts the earth so nothing else can ever grow again. That's what Johnny Cash said, I'm pretty sure. Hey, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm your host, the Prince of Play Solon, and Sayori's in front of us. She's very, very disappointed that we did not choose her route. You were not my choice. Charmander, I'm over here hanging out with Squirtle, and you are very frustrated about this entire situation. I understand. Her entire demeanor changed the moment she saw the writing on the wall and said, this boy is hanging out with Yori. She's depressed. She has opened up to us about her depression. And the main character is all like, what? Like that hardware was Home Improvement. Tim the Tool Man Taylor saying, huh? The main character is not the sharpest tool in Tim the Tool Man Taylor's shed. Did you really not want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why? Sayori? Why? Why is it that you never told me about this? It feels like I've betrayed you as your close friend. I've been betrayed. If I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. God, Solon does not know how to deal with this, does he? Because this is like the exact opposite of what Sayori is specifically asking for, and that is to be left alone in her own depression. That's the whole point, is she doesn't want you supporting her. She wants to be giving her life meaning by supporting you. Even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. Solon. Your like weird manipulative masculine games are not gonna work in this space. At all. The main character is very consistent about wanting to be the good guy for everyone. You can't be like a good guy character trope. A nice guy, that's the word. A nice guy is not gonna get anywhere with someone who has depression. This is literally not how it works. That's why I'm your friend, though. All you had to do is tell me. Why do you think I didn't tell you? If I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. Then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Solon. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. And I'm just weak and selfish, and that's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Solon, do not grab Sayori. Oh god! This is getting gross. I pull her into a tight embrace. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Solon. Sayori is not hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. This is like all the last things Sayori wants to hear. Don't do this to me! Ooh, Solon setting himself up for bad times. Solon, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. All I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. She's saying she's depressed. She doesn't have feelings. It's the whole fucking girl. If there's anything you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. That's manipulative and gross. I don't know. Certainly, gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary, and I don't understand any of my feelings, Solon. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too, because she's gonna lose that. She's going specifically to lose that to Yuri. That's like, ooh, as she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. There wasn't any picture of them hugging. That's like your normal dating sim sign that something has gone appropriately progressive. Not necessarily a good thing, not necessarily a bad thing, but progress has been made in the story. There was no CG here. There was no progress made here. The festival's going to be fun, right? You scream at the girl in her room, in her own bedroom, in a depressive spiral. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think it would be nice then. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Well, you could have, seen her yesterday. Just saying. Maybe I should cancel. No, you don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But I'm going home, bye. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I don't know if that would be a very good idea. Solon, are you really surprised? Come on, my dude. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about me too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. Okay, I'll see her tomorrow. She said that I'll see her tomorrow, so that's a good sign. I think. I hope. I would hope. Let's talk a little bit about people with depression, how to deal with a depressive episode, because this is... I don't know how to say this, but I feel like this is something that I have some kind of expertise in. Just because it's something where my brain works in a way that understands this in a way that maybe not necessarily logical. But when people are in a depressive episode and are feeling that feeling of nothingness being right, you can always ask if they're hungry and if they've had water recently. That's my favorite one, because that's how I feel. Usually when I go into some kind of anxious or depressive cycle, probably because I haven't eaten in a couple hours. That's really where it comes from most of the time. Other thing though, is you can just be there and listen. That's probably the most important thing, which Solon very hesitantly expressed. Not a listener. Don't touch them. Don't hug them. Do not say that you will see them later. Do not make plans with them and force them out to do something with you. Those are really big no-nos. Because that's not listening to them, because a depressed person wants to be alone and be away from everything, and especially themselves. They want to be gone from all of that. And so the more you say, hey, let's go out and do something, the more you remind them, if I have to go out and do something, that means I have to wear clothes or put on my makeup or be a human person and walk and move my muscles and other things that I might not be comfortable at that moment, especially because that all reminds them that they have a body and that they are very frustrated with having a body. It's often where it kind of stems from. A lot of no-nos. The yeses is that you can listen to them. and just to provide support by listening and reminding them that there are other things outside of the house that are not their fault. And that feeling like this is normal is also like, that always makes me feel better, is just to be like, hey, you're okay, Solon. Tomorrow is a new day, and you will not feel this same way soon. Is kind of how I usually get through a lot. Like the idea like this too shall pass really gets me through a lot of spirals. And having someone be able to listen to like the things that are in my head that are going wrong is like good. It feels good. So that's my spiel. I know we took a lot of extra time to get through this, but like, Solon, my dude, you suck at this. Worst friend. Doesn't work when you're trying to manipulate someone, okay? Okay, we're done here. On my way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over. Transition that, like, nice guy douchebag fade out, like in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which was the best version of this. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World has this scene where he's on a bus and he's moving on from Knives Chow to Ramona Flowers, and he's thinking about Knives Chow and how bad he feels for like totally dumping her in a shitty way on the streets. And then it transitions to him feeling great about being able to hang out with Ramona Flowers now. Douchebags. MC Solon Pants right here. He's a douchebag. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're gonna have a great time tomorrow. I should focus on what's ahead of me. La 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 la. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. Should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Famous last words. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. Aw, my room's actually not decorated at all. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be that would be actually very more embarrassing. I hate that. I can't stand that. I have people over. It's like, all right, we gotta clean this whole house. Oh God, I'm gonna have people over tomorrow. God damn it, video game. My house is a mess right now. I'll ask them to help me. No, that won't work either. I'm gonna be so embarrassed. My room's gonna be a mess. Okay, fine. Whatever. Don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure to keep track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Mood lighting and aromatherapy candles. That doesn't sound like you're planning a festival. That sounds like you're planning some forbidden love. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity and for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you are a pretty intense person. Intense and pretty, I said. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? I said you're pretty also. No, not at all. Something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh, yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out candles, a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happened to have these in my bag. I planned to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. That smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? Oh no! I'll let her say it. This is jasmine essential oil. It smells sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. It enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. That's an aphrodisiac. Won't that be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom, and then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Won't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative! I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? She gonna tie me up, isn't she? That'd be kind of great, actually. That'd be cool. That'd be neat as hell. Would not be my first time in a dating sim. Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. God, I really am hoping that our main character Solon starts to describe feeling dizzy and feeling like warm and lightheaded. I hope we get there. Here's a marker. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length, and then she reaches into her bag once more, pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. But we have definitely set up a very interesting scenario. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Okay, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ha 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 ha. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess, but I think it suits you. Suits me? It's intense. Besides, it's a cool-looking knife. I can't deny that. It makes perfect sense to me why you'd be into knives. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Solon, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Good. Oh no! Small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. The pact has been sealed! She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off. She's not squeamish about blood. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. The pact has been sealed! I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Hot? Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and took me by surprise, but she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? He's gonna propose he licks her finger back, isn't he? I take Yuri, yeah, okay. Yeah. Someone's dumb. Who is dumb as a board of brick boards? A board of brick boards. That's exactly how dumb he is. He's dumb as a board of brick boards. I'm just gonna lick her finger back. Solon, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong or stupid. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Solon. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. And the tension's gone. We get back to work. I watch Yuri's knife cut through ribbon like it's nothing but air. Like a straight-to-TV commercial about knives. Look at it just cutting right through the ribbon. It can cut through skin like paper. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. Ow! Ow, ow! Ow! After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them outside by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. That looks great! Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri! You're A+ in my book. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Let's do it! Next time on the show, we're going to get tied up and knifed. Something is going to get us stuck with a knife, and it's going to be horny as hell, isn't it? This is about to take a turn. At least, you know, the big rock is set up on the edge of the perilous cliff. A nice breeze could just blow that rock right over the cliff and onto our main character Solon's dome head. but it's good. The giant boulder in our metaphor here will be just on another pile of rocks, because that is all that is inside Solon's head. For some reason, like, the last episode, MC Solon Pants was, like, kind of manipulative, just being kind of, like, rude. Just a douche, we've been calling him, but now he's back home, he's like, I don't know, what is knives? What are knives? Sharp end? Boop! Silly me, I'm gonna lick other people now. This boy's got some work to do in the socialization department. He is, I don't feel like he's playing a game anymore. I feel like now he's just being dumb, like uncharacteristically dumb even. Hey, Solon, don't play with knives. You obviously cannot handle yourself around knives. One of the ends is pointy, the other end is not pointy. Hold on to that end. Next time. I love you guys very much. Thank you for hanging out with us. You ready for kinky shit? Cause that's what I'm here for. Let's get in some weird stuff. This is not our first rodeo in dating sims getting into weird stuff. If you remember, we did, you can always watch our Let's Play of Cutie Demon Hunter? Why am I forgetting the name of this now? The one with all the succubi and the incubi in it. Cutie Demon Crashers, that's the one right there. If you want to watch our Let's Play of Cutie Demon Crashers, that stuff's kinky as hell. It's great. It's real good, and it's fun, and not scary. Like, literally the opposite of it, even though it has way more demons in it. Yeah. That's then. Here in Doki Doki Land, I'm sure this is gonna get worse. Much, much worse, and I'm very excited for it. I hope it gets there soon, because the boulder is right above us. I want to pull it down on top of our dumb heads. Like some kind of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory-esque scenario where you know all this shit is about to go down horribly for these kids. Give it to me! Give it to me! Thank you. I'll see you next time for more of this whole place where we play Doki Doki on Solon Face.